Hello, everyone. Brazil and Iraq, one continent and one ocean apart. I want you to take a moment to yourself and think, what do you know about Brazil? Brazil is not only carnival, the same way that Iraq is not only Dharma. Of course, we love to watch 22 men running after a ball, and we absolutely adore the ones that can do it well. But that's not all, right? Let me start by telling you what is one of the biggest Brazilian fast food chains. Habib's, quite familiar word for you, right? There you can order delicious kibis, just like the ones I have for iftar every day. In Brazil, we also love to eat our rice and bean. But let's say that you invite your friends for dinner. You say, okay, let's meet at 8. Probably your German and French friends are gonna show up at 8. At this time, you Iraqis didn't even go to the shops to buy groceries yet. We Brazilians, we didn't even took a shower. That's because deep inside our brains, we know that 8 means 9, possibly 10. Time is fluid. We like to be flexible. We like to be spontaneous. But let's say your friend invites you for dinner, and you don't really want to go. You cannot say, no thank you, right? It would break his heart. Instead, you're gonna give a half smile, and you're gonna say, Inshallah. In Brazil, we also have that word, Oxalá, and we use it exactly the same way. Now, let me tell you something that really pisses me off. Those guys, they are supposed to be the first humans to fly. Hello, 9th century. This guy was flying first. And we Brazilians, we are very sensitive about this topic because we have him who was the first person to actually build a machine that could fly, not only float. Now, if there is one thing that both Brazilians and Iraq really put importance in, is our mom, and our daddy, and our brothers, and sisters, and aunts, and uncles, and 50 cousins. The whole family. And of course, we need to get together at least 10 times a year. It's absolutely insane to me to think that some of my Western friends see their parents 2 or 3 times a year. And even when they do, they're gonna hug for like 2 seconds, and that's it. Now, let me dare to go to my family gathering and don't do a handshake, a hug, and a kiss to every single one of my aunties over and over again. My mom would be so mad at me. You go there and you say hello properly. Oh, Mom, but I don't want to. I don't feel comfortable. It's my personal space. It doesn't matter. You go and you do it anyway. We tend to put the needs of our community above our own needs. And this is something that individualistic societies would never understand. Now, 1 month ago, I took 2 flights. One from Europe to Turkey, and the second one from Turkey to Baghdad. The first one was quite boring. I took a nap. Now, the second one was full of Iraqis, and the moment I entered the airplane, I felt home. People were loud, children were running around, everyone was smiling to each other, people were sharing food, and of course, they made sure to tell me, this baklava is homemade, because that's very important. Well, I never thought that Brazil and Iraq could have so much in common. Actually, I never really thought about coming here. You know, for many years, until 2020, it was very difficult to get a visa. And also, the news we get from Iraq weren't necessarily positive. So it never occurred to me to come here. But why? Why is that we choose to go to some places, that we want to go to some places, and not to others? Two reasons. The first one is negative stereotypes. I mean, that's exactly what I just said. The media makes one portrait of a country and makes it seem like it's the absolutely true, when we know that sometimes it's just one piece of that country, and it's not actually the whole territory that is like that. That's the importance of communities such as Iraq Travelers Cafe and Couchsurfing, connecting travelers and local people, so we can get a realistic picture of what is like the situation in that country. Now, the second reason is simply lack of knowledge. I mean, we want to travel to the USA, to Spain, to the UK, to Italy, because we know things about these countries. We have watched movies, we have heard songs, we know people that come from there, but these are maybe 20, 30 countries in maximum. What about the other 200? After traveling to 96 countries, I learned that some countries that are not that touristic also have something amazing to be seen. Every single country has something interesting. We only need to give it a chance. But I don't blame anyone. It's normal to generalize, to create stereotypes. Imagine 150,000 years ago, you were there walking in the savannah, you see a beast, an animal. You don't know this animal. You don't have time to think to yourself, I don't know, maybe it's a good animal. Maybe it's not gonna eat me. No, you don't know what it is, you assume it's bad, and you get the hell out of there as soon as possible. We evolved to fear the unknown, because the unknown can be dangerous. And if it's dangerous, we may feel pain. The ultimate purpose of human life is to avoid pain. Because if we feel pain, we may die. And if we die, we don't have time to have children. And we won't perpetuate our genetic code. Game over. Now, this is a natural mechanism. We don't change our brain structure with, 10, 12,000 years of life in society. It's natural for us to think this way. We have to make a conscious effort to understand others, empathize with their pain, and communicate in a non-violent way. This is the only way that we're gonna be able to humanize the unknown. I could have thought, Iraq? No thank you. Another continent, another language, another religion. I better stay away, it's gonna be too dangerous. But instead, I thought, okay, let me see what is there. Perhaps I will find something interesting. And you know what? That's the previous one. And you know what? I'm very glad I did. Because in the end, it doesn't matter the place you were born. We are all humans, and we have much more in common than differences. But you don't have to travel to realize that. You can watch a movie from another place. You can read a book on another religion. You can connect with a different ethnic group. You can learn a recipe from a faraway land. Or simply follow an influencer from there. It's okay. You just have to open your mind and be curious. In the end, you will realize that humanity is very awesome. Thank you.